Hey guys, what's up? Paul Radiker here. Today we're going to be testing out the new Xbox Cloud Gaming on Windows 10. Now the way you do this is through a web browser. So you go to your web browser and you open up xbox.com/play. It'll have you sign in and you can just start playing your games through the cloud. So I actually have only tried this out on my phone, and to be honest, the experience wasn't that great, but that was over a data connection. So the reason I want to try it out on Windows 10 is because I have pretty fast gigabit internet, you know, with a good upload speed, good download speed. So hopefully this will go a lot better than it did with my phone on mobile data. So the reaction you're about to see is completely genuine. I have not tried this on a good internet connection yet. We'll see how this goes. So one thing I really do like about this Xbox Cloud Gaming interface is that you can use your controller to control it. So it feels a lot like a console experience that you get on like the Xbox or something. So you don't need to use a keyboard and mouse to navigate the interface, which is especially nice when you're switching games. Like you don't even need to touch your keyboard or mouse. You can probably do this even on your couch on a TV or something. Kind of nice. Alright, so I'm just going to hop into an FPS game here. So, why not? Let's do Halo Master Chief Collection. This is the kind of game I feel like would really benefit from being in the cloud, because you won't need to install it on the device when you play from the cloud. This game is pretty huge. I think it's like 140 something gigabytes. I mean, it's pretty big. So, playing it from the cloud, that means you won't need to install it on whatever device that you're trying to play it on. Alright, so let's see how bad the latency is.
Move out, quiet as you can.
Okay, that's... You know, actually, that's not as bad as I thought it would be. Like, you can kind of see it. There's a tiny bit of latency, but I could actually see myself playing this. This is really good. Like,
jump, stretch those legs, Spartan.
Yeah, like when I jump, look at how quick that reaction is. I'm impressed. I could see myself playing through the entire campaign like this, as long as there were no hiccups, like in the video stream or anything.
Phantom inbound.
But yeah, this isn't bad. I like this. Alright, so when I want to switch games, I just hit the Xbox button, brings up the dash, or the guide, just like that. And I can go ahead and go to quit game. Yes, I want to quit. And, you know, I'm doing all this with a controller. Don't need a keyboard or mouse to navigate any of this. Okay, so we're going to go into something a little more casual now. So I feel like a game that would work real well with cloud gaming that doesn't really require a low latency would be something like The Medium. That's more of a story-driven game that doesn't have, you know, like you don't need to aim and shoot anyone. Latency isn't going to be as big of a problem. So, I mean, you know, having a little bit of latency, I don't think that's going to interrupt the experience too much. So one thing I do love about this is that if you have a game that you've also played on Xbox console or a PC, it will actually transfer the save data from that version to the cloud version. So it syncs it all up. So like, since I've already played this game on my Xbox and my PC, it syncs the data between all three platforms. So, you know, if I want to play this game on the go, but I've already, you know, made some progress on my Xbox, when I start this in the cloud version, it will sync the save data to this, and then, you know, vice versa. If I play it a little bit on the cloud and then I want to play it on my Xbox again, it'll sync to my Xbox. So no matter where I play it, I'm getting the same save data, which is pretty convenient. Yeah, so this is the kind of game where, like, I mean, you're not really, like, latency isn't going to matter too much, because there's not a lot of fast-paced moments where it's going to matter if you press a button, like, a little bit too late or something like that. I mean, I believe there are some QuickTime events, but it's not, like, you don't have to be so quick to where, like, a few milliseconds of latency is going to matter, you know? It's not a competitive game like, you know, like Counter-Strike or Call of Duty or anything like that. So I feel like something like this is pretty good for cloud gaming. I don't think you're going to run into any issues with something like this. Yeah, you get the idea. It's this kind of game. Like I don't think the latency is going to matter too much. And I will say, like, compared to some of the other services I've tried, like NVIDIA, I forget what they call it. I think it's like NVIDIA Game Stream or something. Compared to services like that, this is actually a pretty good latency amount. I wouldn't say it's not like real bad, but it's also not real good. So, of course, I'm used to gaming on like 1 millisecond latency. So, for casual gamers, I don't think this is going to be a big deal. But for someone like me who's really into the ultra low latency gaming, like 1 to 5 millisecond latency through the monitor, I'm gonna notice it. But I feel like the vast majority of gamers are not really gonna care too much with that little bit of latency. So yeah, basically, I feel like this is actually a decent gaming experience. And if you're a casual gamer that doesn't play, FPS games competitively, you just want to play something on the go, with a fast internet connection, or you don't have an Xbox but you want to play some of the Xbox exclusives, I think this is a good way to do it. It's not too bad. I wouldn't expect it to be as good as a console experience, but there are some reasons that I would use this. So that has been my take on Xbox Cloud Gaming on Windows 10. I will see you guys in the next video.